Hello everyone, I'm Jay from the GameBustersUK. It's time for the awaited playthrough of none other than Yu-Gi-Oh! Forbidden Memories. Yeah. So I've gone and decided to record it from my PVR. So I am going to do the long and boring grind session, but I will have it off camera and I'm going to try and do it a bit better than how Yu-Gi-Oh! Digimon World 2003 is, and just try to have backup videos for when I have patience to grind. But here we are. And for some reason I can't hear my TV very well. I'll make sure everything's plugged in. Okay, it is. That's cool. Alright, so yeah, Yu-Gi-Oh! Forbidden Memories. Quite an alright intro, a lot shorter than Duel Roses. Granted, this is for PS1. Yeah, so we got new game, obviously load, we can't do 2-player duel, which, well, obviously I can't do anyway. Trade, which is if you've got like another memory card you can trade, or you know, if you want to trade with a friend or stuff. There's actually a memory card trick you can do with 3 cards, which I'll may get into that. I can't actually do it myself, I don't think, but anyway, options, there's pretty much no point for this. A stereo or mono. Fun. And a picture of Magician of Black Veils. That's lovely. Anyway, let's begin the story. Of course, we need to put in our name, so yeah, I'm just gonna put J. I was gonna put GBUK, but I'm just gonna put J. Big O. Now, I'll do it properly. There we go. Your name is Jay. Your duelist code has been recorded. You cannot duel or trade with the same duelist code. Yeah, basically, if you try to trade with the same like memory card data, it won't allow you. So it gives you like a separate duel code. So if it thinks you're going to try and be sneaky, it don't quite work like that. You can get around it though. Who's this guy? This is it. Oh, I need to think of a better voice. This guy's seems pretty sinister. So, I've found it at last, the forbidden treasure of the ancient sorcerers. Ha 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 ha. Gloating so hard I pulled a muscle. Yeah, so hieroglyphs looks like could be Egypt. That's right. Yu-Gi-Oh! Forbidden Memories is based none other than ancient Egypt. Yeah. So this is pretty much before Duel to the Roses. So some things that you may have heard from Duel to the Roses mainly come here. Oh wait, it looks a bit like Simon Mcmooran. That's right, folks. He's back. Or it was he was here first, but basically he is Simon Mcmooran in this game, not Simon Mcmooran. So I like the little, you know, attention to detail of the name change that they the very mild name. But anyway, let's go. My dear prince, are you going to the city to play cards again? Yeah, so in this game we are actually Yugi himself, or the pharaoh if you like, in ancient Egypt, known as Yami Yugi to a lot of people. You are of royal blood, walking the city streets dressed as a commoner. Have you no shame? Quite frankly, I am embarrassed. You're not my father. Go away. If you keep listening, he just keeps moaning, and if you keep listening, he'll eventually say go to your room. But what you want to do is you want to run away. Wait, stop, my prince. Drat, he's gone. Yeah, so this is the kind of like the mini overworld. So we've got Pharaoh's Palace, which he's not the Pharaoh yet, but he's the prince. Shrine, which can't really do anything there. Duel Ground, Card Shop, which is pretty much where we go to save. Town Plaza, we'll get into that. But what we want to do is first, we want to go straight to Pharaoh's Palace. Now, I just did this because I didn't know what to do before, and it was by total luck. If you can completely skip this, but this is an optional thing you can do. You'll miss out on something. Let me explain. We go back to Pharaoh's Palace, and we get to speak to Simon Mcmooran again. Prince Jay, you've returned. It is well into the night. Please return to the palace. Dear Prince, you still wish to play cards? Then why don't you try your hand against me? If you lose, you must return to your room. I'm sure you will find me a worthy opponent. Huh? Yeah, if you pass, you don't get to duel him. So you want to duel him. Ho 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 ho, my dear prince, I taught you the game. You don't really think you're going to win? Prepare yourself. Now, just putting it out there, he is the first opponent, but if you never fight him, you can completely skip him. Now, he is the first and the most easiest opponent. So yeah, it's quite easy. Now, again, we kind of start with a crappy deck. It's nothing like Duel of the Roses. There's no deck leader or nothing. It's kind of going back to how it is, where you just have 5 cards in your hand. You place a card down, blah blah blah. The difference is, in this game, that all monsters are all normal. You got Battle Warrior there. You have no cards are effect cards. They're all normal cards. You've got magic and trap and ritual cards, equip cards, but you have no like no effect cards or nothing like that. Trap cards are quite hard to get, and so are magic cards. So you're mainly going to be fusing. Now this game allows you to fuse quite easily, in fact. It may not seem like it, but compared to Duel of the Roses, this game is like fuse-tastic. It's fuse happy. It loves to fuse. Sometimes you may even fuse when you don't want to, so I'll basically show you different fusions I've got with my deck. There's one card I do want to see I want to get. You normally start off with a load of weak cards. You get sometimes you get one field spell and one magic card, Dark Hole, or yeah. To be honest, I hate Dark Hole. It sucks in this game. I prefer Raigeki. But, we've got Dark Hole, so I'll have to deal with it. The reason I don't like Dark Hole is because, like Duel of the Roses, obviously it's one turn per go, and you can only place one card. But because it's not, deck leader move around, it's literally you're playing the game. The opponent can just attack you the next turn. That's why I do not like Dark Hole in this game. Raigeki, however, destroys your opponent's monster, but you're fine. So that's obviously a lot more useful. So I've got Yumi, which, as we all know, changes the field to water, and Axe of Despair, which increases Fiends and Beast Warriors. So yeah, we can say it's constantly used their strength, but it just increases by 500 points. Every equipped card increases a certain monster by 500 points, except for Megamorph, which is a very rare card. It increases by 1,000, but it's very hard to get. So anyway, if that's said, we've got deck cost. We don't need no deck cost or nothing. Just got cards of 40. Here we go. Of course, you can only have a max of 40. Yada yada yada. So there's no limit. If you get a load of powerful cards, you can just shove them in your deck. And there's no you don't have to have amount of stars or anything. You can just summon things straight away. Now, because we've got such a crap deck, that's why they're pretty much all fusion. So yeah, we've got Monster Eye, which is crap. Water doesn't fuse with too much, pretty much. Warrior fuses with quite a few. We can make a fusion here with Machine, Steel Scorpion. So yeah, so pretty much it's the same as Duel of the Roses. Just press the up button, fuse a couple of cards. Here we go. Let's show Simon Mcmooran. Who? And we can make Cyber Soldier, which again is not too good, but considering he's the first opponent, he's very weak. So he's kind of as weak as we are in that sense. Yeah, and we also get Guardian Stars. I'm going to briefly go over this. Basically, Guardian Stars are, in a way, almost like an element. So if you're fire, you fire is normally Mars. So Mars will be something like a bug or something like wood. Fire would burn down wood instantly, wouldn't it? So like fire is weak against water and whatnot. And water conducts electricity and all that. So pretty much, if it was a thunder monster versus a water monster, it would be Pluto, and thunder would get a bonus of 500 points to its attack and defense. So, and say I've got moon, so if there was a monster with, I don't know, sun, it would beat it because sun beats moon, blah blah blah. But I'll explain it as we go along. So anyway, yep, so this is pretty much the field. You place one card down at a time, whether it's a magic card or a monster like Duel of Roses. But of course, this is just your field, so you know, if you've got no monsters down, they can attack you directly. Defense or attack mode, of course, is the first turn, so I can't attack. I'll just end my turn. Opponent's turn. Of course, you can't see what he has in his hand. There is a cheat to do that, but yeah, and he's weak, so yeah, he's going to put something in defense mode, which is kind of expected. I don't think I can do anything else, but I'm just going to try. There we go. And I made, look at that, I made 30,000-year-old turtle. So I'm going to put Neptune in defense. Yeah, so you can refuse to get some powerful cards in this game. You kind of have to. You're relying on fusion in this game to make powerful cards, because it's not very easy to get powerful cards in this game. It isn't. It's very difficult. And to be honest, it almost seems impossible to complete this game. But I'll explain as I go along. Anyway, I'm just going to stay in defense for now. I'll attack next turn. I just want to see, or show you, how he fuses. He pretty much places a card down, and then he puts a card on top of it. Later on, other opponents will fuse just like you do. So, also, depending on how many times you fuse, use the magic cards, equip cards, whatnot. Got Celtic Guardian there. Yeah, depending on all that will depend on your rank. The higher your rank, the better card you get. And we start off with 8,000 life points. So we got a while to go down. But yeah, no effect cards, just all normal cards. No sacrifices or nothing. Just put it out there pretty much. I don't think I can make a fusion, so I'm just going to place this card down. Yeah, you will have to grind a lot in this game. Because I know his cards are weak, most of my cards can just destroy his cards anyway. But obviously fusion helps because you can reduce the opponent's life points quicker and whatnot. But I'll leave a 30,000-year-old turtle in defense. The best fusion you can get in this game is indeed Twin-Headed Thunder Dragon, and he is actually quite easy to get. As long as you've got dragons and thunder cards, you're set, pretty much. So yeah, he's very easy to get. Yeah, crap cards again, so I'm just going to put this down. Yeah, if you're trying to reduce your opponent's life points as quick as possible, then you get like a what they call a power rank, which means you'll get like most likely a monster, maybe even a strong monster. If you want to get like a magic card, you have to kind of like reduce the opponent's life points without like using monster cards, like using magic cards, or just do things like make sure that the opponent has run out of cards. Yeah, if you run out of cards in this game, it classes as surrender as well. Anyway, yeah, you win. Nice. So yeah, so I done okay-ish, so I get 5 stars, which is a top power S rank. But obviously, because he's not a fantastic opponent, I'm not going to get 2 million power cards. But I am going to grind off Scream. I'll explain how to do that. So yeah, this is pretty much my average attack at the moment, which is quite crap. 500 is rubbish, really. When I get better cards, it will go up and everything. Yeah, so victory conditions, defense statistics. 4 turns it took me, 12 cards used, and here we've got combo plays, face down plays, fusions, equip. I didn't know an equip. No field spell, no trap, no magic, nothing like that. And we get key mace, which it's good for fusion, but it's not a very good. It's not a very good card. We all know about key mace, Duel of Roses, and that not very good. You won. 'Twould seem that I taught you well. You've grown strong. You've won fair and square. As promised, you may go. I have nothing more to say. Yeah, so you can completely ignore the guy. Really, you can. So I'm going to go to the card shop, because this is where we save, and we can go to free duel. So that's what I'm going to do right now. Hello there. Hello indeed. Right. So go to save. Unfortunately, you can't buy cards in the game. This is what I initially hoped for when I first played this game. I was like, oh, you can buy cards. No. No and yes, you can buy cards, but it's not quite as it seems. Anyway, yeah, you got build tech, leave the shop or return the title. Now, when I first did this, I thought, oh, you mean just exit the game. No, if you return to the title, you get more options. You get campaign, which is story mode, free duel, build deck, library, which is pretty much shows you all the cards and stuff that you've got, password, and save. Now, I'm going to go over password quickly. This is mainly the introduction sort of thing. Yes, you get star chips for a reason. If you put in a certain number, you can get a card, and you can buy them with the star chips that you get. Now, you may just think, oh, well, if I can summon any card I want, like Blue Eyes White Dragon, can I put in a password, just get Blue Eyes White Dragon, and buy the star chips? Yeah, you can, actually. If you can somehow get 9 million star chips. Yeah. Super rare cards like Blue Eyes you obviously cannot get. Dark Magician you cannot get. Not by buying them, because obviously they are too powerful. The game, otherwise the game would be just broken that easily. The game would be broken that easily. Some other cards, you can get twin-headed, which is probably like 1,000 star chips, 1,000, maybe 1,500 star chips, which is quite a lot. But you know, rare cards like Red Eyes you can't get. It doesn't mean you can't get them normally. You just can't get them like this. And basically, how you would normally do this, you'd have to have real cards, like I've got my old deck over by my windowsill. And you'd input the number, because the actual official Yu-Gi-Oh cards have numbers on the bottom corner. And you'd put the card number in, and then you get this, you know, the card. Obviously, if you don't, or you never did actually have any original cards, then you'd have to go on the internet and you'd have to find the cards. I wouldn't class it as cheating, really, personally, because you still can't get powerful cards. You can only get, you know, fairly decent-ish, but not that good cards through this way. So as far as I'm concerned, if you are looking for them, it's not cheating. It's not like Duels of the Roses in a way where you can just input a card number and you get a powerful monster. No. It all depends on how rare it is and how many star chips you have. So, yeah, I'd look on a cheap website. If you've got a load of star chips and you say, oh, I need a better deck, I need a better card, just go and have a look and see how much they're worth. And I'll show you. Later on, I'm going to go and get a pretty decent card, and I may try to do the memory card trick. But anyway, I'm just going to show you free duel. This is pretty much where you go back and you fight your opponents. So you got free duel here, Mcmooran, and I can just fight him as many times as I want to get better cards, pretty much, to help you in the campaign. Now, Duelmaster K, probably while I'm doing this, I probably haven't done the Duels of the Roses one, but basically, there's a similar guy in Duels of the Roses as well. Duelmaster K pretty much duplicates your deck. He has your deck, basically. If you want to know about fusions in your deck, or you know, how to play a bit better, I suppose, he will always have your best cards. So if you say you've got, like, I don't know, Red Eyes, he'll always, most of the time, start off with Red Eyes straight off the bat, just like that. He has your best cards, and any fusions that you have, he'll make. So, you know, if, for example, if you don't know what fusions you've got, it might be worth fighting him, and he'll show you some of the fusions that you get. To be honest, I don't think there's any good reason to battle him, personally. I've heard rumours saying something like, if you battle him so many times, you can get Black Magician of Chaos, because it's saying, because you're Yugi and you're fighting yourself in a way, that you have to fight yourself in order to get such a rare card, because obviously Yugi has Black Magician of Chaos. But no, I think it's only in the mod. I think it's total crap. You'll hear a lot of stuff saying, oh, you can get like perfectly ultimate, and you can't. As far as we know, we can't. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm going to leave it here. It's about 20 minutes. So in the next episode, I'm going to grind him. Grind him. That sounds good, don't it? I'm going to grind for cards against Mcmooran. And then we're going to go to the campaign. I'll explain the sort of different cards you can get. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I'll quickly show you library. So yeah, you can view cards you can get. You can also view cards that you've fused. You may not have the card, but you can fuse it. If you press right, you can see a model of it. So you got Celtic Guardian there. I'll also show you how to see the battle animations as well, like Duels of the Roses. So yeah, I do like this game, really good, but it's very, very, very hard, and like I say, we'll get to that little victory pose. So that's quite neat. That's quite neat. Anyway, guys, hope you enjoyed the first installment of Forbidden Memories. I will see you next time.